I remember the first time I was told that I was sleepwalking. It was really weird because it's like the whole concept of sleepwalking is really odd because I had nothing to do with it. I didn't make the decision to sleepwalk at all. I just did it. I wasn't even conscious during it. So it's a really weird thing to even wrap your mind around. When I was a kid, I remember seeing this news story that kind of shook me. It was about kids in the winter who would sleepwalk outside of their houses and get locked out, and they'd freeze. And so after I started sleepwalking, that was a fear that I had. A few weeks ago, it escalated. I had a dream. I was in my room, and except it wasn't. I had a dream that I was in a room similar to mine, except it wasn't mine, and like the walls were caving in, and then like I didn't know what to do, so I can see into the other room next to me, like just like I can see like the roof of it. So I decided, hey, like that was probably my best bet. So I climbed up there to try to get up there, and then all of a sudden I was falling, and then I woke up, and then I hit the ground, and I looked up, and I realized that I climbed on top of my record player, which is like this high off the ground, and it was standing on it, and then it broke, and I fell, and it was really weird. Like it didn't hurt. Like I was just more confused than anything. Like it's really weird. Like when you wake up in the middle of sleepwalking, like a lot of studies will say like don't wake someone up from sleepwalking, or I don't know, they'll like freak out or something. But it's just kind of confusing. One of the first times that I kind of was sleepwalking caused like a problem was my junior year of high school. I was on a school trip to New York, and in the middle of the night, apparently, I jumped out of bed and like looked around and was like, oh, what the hell? And then I went for the front door, opened it up, and started sprinting down the hall to the elevators. And the person who I was sharing a room with, Joe, ran out and was like, McKone, what are you doing? And then I apparently came back, and like my eyes were wide open, and I was speaking in perfect sentences, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Joe, I'm so sorry. Like, did I wake you? And like my eyes were open and everything, and I was like talking normally, and he was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, are you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then like I went back to sleep, and then the next morning he was like, what was all that about yesterday? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Sleepwalking is kind of an easy thing to like, not necessarily ignore, but just kind of like forget about, like interest to go to the doctor, and hopefully then I can stop sleepwalking and sleep sound and like a normal person.